How to Succeed in Business, 1990s style. Our business correspondent, Paul Salmon of WGBH Boston, reports.
Go. We're poised to become the next Yahoo of the software component industry.
A morning session at the Massachusetts Software Council, where 24 would-be entrepreneurs were trying to launch the next Yahoo or Amazon.com to become the next superstars of the American economy.
We are in the process of building a nationwide information network to help people make choices about where they go out to eat.
In magazines, on shows like ours, software entrepreneurs have been portrayed as today's Rockefellers and Carnegies, driving an era of unprecedented economic growth. But to reach the top, you have to start at the bottom, which is what this session is about.
Hands-free networks will be the first and leading provider of affordable, effortless, and reliable automated network support for small businesses and households.
These are entrepreneur wannabes, practicing their sales pitches.
Your company's just acquired one of your competitors. All of their information is stored in Sybase. You guys run Oracle. How do you present a consistent view to your employees, to your end users?
The goal is modest but crucial, a key first hurdle for any entrepreneur, to sell your idea and yourself, raising the money to make your business a reality. In fact, in just 3 days, these folks would be pitching for real to a conference of investors. At the moment, though, the job was to learn how to hook the audience within the first minute. Not an easy task.
It allows really a search engine to have those killer hits that make a real difference. We're still in the seed stage, but we already have an issued patent. And you'll have to help me here. I don't know how to conclude.
You have to be more specific.
The coach here, Bill Warner, is one of the most successful entrepreneurs in America.
If you say, you know, I'm going to build a better automobile than Toyota, Ford, GM, Chrysler, all of them, people are going to say, okay, well, what? What are you going to do? You're going to have to say, look, they get 30 miles per gallon, I get 60, and it never needs to be washed because dirt falls off it. You know.
Warner is coaching for free because he likes entrepreneurs and also invests in them. This way he gets a personal preview. He began by telling the group the secret of success. Listen to your mother.
She said, be yourself. She said, make a good first impression. And she said, there's somebody out there for you.
That somebody is the venture capitalist who'll finance you. The first impression is selling yourself fast.
We are basing our business on an instant messaging product based on a system that's been used at MIT for the last 12 years.
Malloy Kundu wants to sell a similar computer messaging system to schools and organizations. Warner likes the idea, but thinks Kundu's pitch is too impersonal.
You got to make a connection with people. The business model comes second. Business models are important, but what's the real connection, I think, is the way to open.
To Warner, entrepreneurs should be driven by passion, as he was back in the 70s.
As I was making videos using inexpensive equipment for a few years, and I loved making the videos, but the editing was just torture.
So in the 80s, Warner pioneered digital editing.
I'd like to show you the system right now.
This demo tape launched Warner's own entrepreneurial startup.
Much easier, though, to see it as images, as head frames.
Avid Technologies is now a multi-billion-dollar business in a typical high-tech industrial park in suburban Boston. Avid software has become the standard for editing movies, TV shows, even stories like this one.
So I would start with the reflection shot and go to the inside the door, this shot. With a nonlinear system like Avid, you can stick that in the beginning, but in the old days when I started this with video, that would have been a problem.
Solving this problem, though, eventually led to a more fundamental one. As Avid grew, Warner lost his passion.
When a company gets bigger, the challenges of running it become different. They start to move away from entrepreneurial solutions to problems. They start to move towards more systematic solutions to problems, to more proven solutions to problems. I'm interested in coming up with solutions to problems that haven't been solved.
King Tut, Monet in the 20th century, Star Wars. Did you miss any of these exhibitions that maybe came to your town, or were you hoping to go to any of them?
Back at the coaching session, Rebecca Moore's unsolved problem is the overwhelmed museum goer.
We are the one-stop shopping resource on the internet for museums throughout the world.
Moore has a polished pitch, but she didn't mention her credentials.
What is your background?
Marketing museums.
How long ago?
10 years ago.
There's value in the audience recognizing that you know an industry. A lot of times people, especially when they say, I'm going to bring, XYZ to the internet, it's like all they had was the idea to bring that to the internet. They weren't really involved in it.
So, a good idea needs a passionate person with credibility, like Liz Cobb, who used to manage complex incentive pay plans for salesmen.
There's 17 million sales reps in the U.S., and there's a big hairball of spreadsheets.
Cobb was coached by Warner 2 years ago. He quickly backed her in incentive systems, which make software to automatically compute the carrot for many salesmen, their bonus. But is money the carrot for entrepreneurs?
If you look at real entrepreneurs, they're in it for the success. And the success is measured in the results that it gives to the people that are buying the product, to the people that care about the product.
So you weren't looking to make millions. That wasn't your chief objective.
It's not my chief objective. No, it's not. It's to solve the business problem and have been responsible for building it and for having gotten people to see it, accept it, and buy it, and use it, and see a difference in their lives.
But wait a second. If wealth is secondary, why does society make entrepreneurs so rich?
I'll tell you, it's part of our culture. It's creating heroes. And you create heroes by making them wealthy. We measure our heroes by how much money they have.
But more mundanely, though, no matter what the entrepreneur's original carrot was, if her company strikes it rich, so will she. And that can be an incentive for anyone.